Short video today, so let's get straight into the charts, as well as my results for the day and my thoughts going into the Friday session. If you like trading stocks and options and making money, definitely like and subscribe. I make videos like this every single day that the markets are open, as well as Sundays, so make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on any future episodes. Welcome to the Portfolio Bulletin. Let's get started. So looking at the SPX here, you can see we continue to grind up slowly. We made a slightly higher high here on the hourly chart. Momentum on the hourly basically showing melt up. Almost got to overbought conditions, didn't quite get there. You can see that here on the daily chart, gap up, touch that trend line again. We've been watching that trend line ever since Monday session, since we pushed up from that consolidation. So we've touched that now twice. Momentum continues to slow down, still in overbought conditions. No change to the thesis here, continuing to melt up in an area of resistance where we should continue to watch for signs of reversal, but we're not seeing it quite yet. Everything continues to look bullish, even off of that inside day yesterday. Moving over to the NASDAQ here, you can see we got a very similar move, rallied up in the pre-market, went sideways during the day. The interesting thing here is that we actually did not make a higher high, so this is now a double top at this level. We did throw a wick up to that 392.35 level. You can see that wick here on the first candle of the day on the hourly chart. And then looking at the daily chart, you can see that wick high ended up doji. It was a bullish day, up 0.41%. So you do have to respect that as a possible melt up continuation. As long as this 21 EMA holds here, watching 389.54, want to see that hold as well to the upside. Hourly momentum, again, continues to whipsaw, but continues to look slightly bullish, whereas daily momentum continues to fade in overbought conditions, just like we saw on the SPY. Moving over to the Russell and the Dow, basically no change from yesterday. The Russell continues to chop sideways at this resistance. This again looks like a consolidation set up for a pullback at this point, especially with momentum continuing to roll over. RSI did jump up a little bit, and it was slightly bullish on the day, but still testing that 179.17 level. Can't get above it, especially after testing that 200. Still does not look good to me on a trading basis. And then the Dow does look much stronger coming off of that trend line, pushed above my 350.92 level. And then we gapped up here today looking at 353.62 as my next level. If that breaks in the Friday session, watching for 356.48. Everything on the Dow continues to look slightly bullish, just like the S&P. Moving over to Apple and Tesla, these really have not been driving markets here recently the way that they had been in the past. Apple went basically sideways. Tesla falling off a cliff after getting very close to this resistance point. Momentum on both of these bearish RSIs both look weak. Again, these still look like they're going to pull back further to me, especially if this 232.57 level breaks. Next one down at 214, and then you have a kind of an intermediate level here at 223. As for Apple, current levels, 189.96 or that 190 level, and then you have 193.96 right in that 194 area. Moving over to staples and discretionaries, staples continues to look strong, looking at that 70.85 level. And we talked about this rotation yesterday. It is continuing to rotate. People moving into staples, discretionaries looking flat, looking like it's ready for a breakdown. Pretty clear rotation indicating that people are moving into a risk-off manner, which typically means the rally is at least going to stall in the short term. Moving over to breadth, this actually looks a little bit more bullish than I expected. Got a down day yesterday, still holding in the same range on the 50-day average. Momentum on both of these continues to roll over. We got the 200 getting very close to overbought conditions on the RSI at 69.35. Bullish day, right in that same range, wicked that same level, up around 53. My level is 52. Maybe I need to adjust that. I was basing that on the high here from 14 September, but we are right at the wicks from 14 September. These levels were pretty tight anyway. Overall, still in the same range, not really breaking out higher, but the 50-day average does look a little bit stronger, more similar to the SPY as well as the Dow. Moving over to the dollar, you can see we rallied up during the Wednesday session. We're selling off into the after hours and a little bit more here on the Thursday session. Definitely interesting. Momentum bearish. Daily momentum is moving towards bullish a little bit, but it does seem like this is a pullback, kind of like we talked about in yesterday's video, and that we need to at least see a double bottom, probably closer to that 103.2 range. We'll see how that plays out, but this down move to me is not done quite yet, and that is allowing equities to continue to rally, at least in the short term, even if we're in a zone where it does seem like we're going to find at least a little bit of support here on the dollar. Moving over to junk and TLT. Junk rallying again, pretty aggressive actually, 0.25. got above this trend line yesterday, held above it, retested it, rallied some more. So confirming the rally, everything looks good there. TLT testing that trend line, breaking back below it just barely. No real change to the thesis yet here. It does seem like it might break out. If it does in the Friday session, that could be interesting. The bigger story here is J&K continuing to go higher. Moving over to volatility, no change to yesterday. Move index continues to sell off, makes sense. VIX getting all the way down to 1286, just above my 1275 level. It's sitting right above these wick highs. If it breaks down, still watching 1177 to the downside. And this has accelerated once again, indicating that the rally's not quite done yet. And like I said, everything still looks a little bit bullish, just watching for those signals of reversal. Moving over to my accounts, I don't know why it says such a high number. Definitely did not make that much money today. I did make around 400, 450 or something like that. Basically all the money back from yesterday's session. Makes sense. I did roll out and up my calls once again. I've been kind of alternating back and forth on these calls. I really don't want to be this far out, but the markets continue to go higher, and I do have to put myself in a little bit of a position to at least benefit from that a little bit. So overall, still bullish, but still with a lot of protection. You can see $8 credit here on this first call and $12 credit on that second call, right in this 385, 386 area. And we're trading up around 390. So still have about $5 until we hit my strikes, and then even after that, I still have a lot of protection. But it does give me some upside potential. Max profit on this bottom position is 397, so that gives me some room there. And then about $9 higher on this one puts me up around 395. So it gives me a lot more room to the upside than I've had here recently. We'll see how that plays out going into the Friday session. Let me know what you think of this down and dirty quick video. Sorry it was a little bit late. I was traveling today, but hopefully you got some value out of it. Definitely like and subscribe if you did. Make videos like this every single day as well as Sundays. So definitely hit the bell so you don't miss out on any future episodes. Of course, none of this is financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes. Good luck in your trading and have a great day.